Okay, well, hey everybody. I figured to get things started, I have to start building some templates out to put onto the platform. So I figured that I'd do that here on a video and just kind of talk through my thought process as I do this. So first thing we're going to do here, we're going to make a new blank agent. Call this knowledge bot. I'm going to hit create, and it's going to open us up over in the editor. We're going to make use of a handful of features here for this. The first one, we're going to be looking at how we recall conversation history on our agent. And we're going to look at how we add knowledge to an agent, as well as how we recall that knowledge as part of our pipeline. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create myself a new spell here. I'm just going to call this main spell for now. Agents currently are mostly single spells. You could have multiple spells responding to multiple events, and we're going to be getting into subspells soon. But currently, we just have a single spell, so we're going to call this main spell. We don't need any of these right now, so we're going to drag this in a nice clean space. We're going to start with the onMessage event. So we're going to use the Magick onMessage events, because these are generic events. These will respond in the same way if we connect it to Slack or Discord. They will all receive these events. So we have this onMessage, right? And we can say hello. We're going to see it lights up green. Doesn't do anything, but it means that it's receiving events. First thing we want to do is, if we just want to hook this up to a language model, let's go generate text. We'll grab a generate text node and we'll wire it up. We're going to put the content currently into the prompt, and then we're going to take from done. We're going to say Magick send message, and we're going to send the message back. Right, so now we can say hello, and we're going to get a response from our language model. Awesome. I'm going to set this over to Anthropic here, and we're going to set it to Sonnet. I've been very much enjoying playing with Claude recently. And we're going to go hello, and just make sure that works again. And yes, it does. A little bit slower than GPT 3.5. So the very basic setup. We don't have any kind of conversational memory. We're not accessing any kind of external knowledge. So we'll start with event history. We want to make sure that we're storing our conversation so that later on the agent can recall that information. So I've made some helper functions for this. Let's just drop this connection here, and we're going to find a history. There we go. Get message history. Get message history is interesting in that right now it's getting things specifically which are messages, like this on message and this send message. And it's taking them and it's formatting them into a array of message objects. So these usually have the role and the content, and these get fed into our language models to represent the conversational history. I added this because Claude has very specific requirements for these message histories. It's required to alternate between the assistant and the user one by one. It breaks if you send it anything else. We do also have this event history node. This one allows us to recall a little bit more. We can recall any messages that have passed in or passed out. So not only message received and message send, but message streams, webhook received, and other potential events. But we're not going to deal with how we're going to handle multiple events in our history right now. We just care about messages. So we're going to grab, say, the last 10 entries, and these messages we're just going to toss into here. And that's all we have to do. Our system under the hood is saving everything coming into onMessage and sendMessage, and is formatting the history of these chronologically in order to match the requirements to go in. So we can say hello, how's it going? See, this runs, we get our generate text, and we get our response back. Cool. So one little hidden feature, and we need to do some polish to it, but you can observe the outputs of sockets. So I've clicked on a socket, And we can see we have our user says hello, our assistant says hello, hi, I can assist you. User says hello, assistant says how can I assist you. This is a very inane conversation. I'm gonna say, what are you up to? Just want to check to make sure that we are indeed, how's it going? Cool. So we can see that it is storing these previous conversation points. So that's all we need to do to handle message history recall.